Why do women marry violent inmates?
Lizzie and Chris even met.
So this is a bit of a mystery at the moment. We did speak directly to Lizzie, and she said to us, quote, how we met is between Chris and I and God.
The murders committed by 41-year-old Watts shocked America. He strangled his wife, Shanann, who was 15 weeks pregnant, and buried her in a shallow grave. He smothered his children, Bella and Cece, and dumped them in these oil tanks. The idea of certain women being attracted to notorious killers is a phenomenon called hybristophilia. Luigi Mangione, who was back in court today for a pretrial hearing, has a legion of supporters, some of whom...
Oh, yeah, guys, there's so many women that want to marry this man right here. Again, guys, and I wasn't trying to say anything bad. Plunder was just... she came out with that, and I looked up and I thought it was her. Now, listen, why do so many women want him, Chris Watts, guys? And I hate to even say this, but Stephen Stearns, yes, Deb, yes, I'm saying that. And by the way, let's clear this up. There's a bunch of stuff going on online that Deb Stearns is on my channel, and she's creating my narrative for how I cover these cases. No, my friends. No. Love you, Deb, but no, we're not. I love all you guys, but I don't let anybody create my narrative, all right? There's that. All right, we're going to get into that, too. I've got some other segment to talk to you about why women like to marry incarcerated men and ones that have committed the most heinous crimes.
Write him romantic letters, but it's hard to see Chris Watts as husband material.
Prison records show the items Chris Watts buys most from the commissary are large quantities of paper and stamps to maintain his correspondence with female admirers.
All right. Well, we're going to be hearing some soon about other people that are, that's Deb is Stefan's mom. Yes. Whoever's saying that, I know. It's just been going around and I'm like, that is such a bullshit. And I wanted to say it with Deb in chat because she knows that. I don't let anybody control my narrative. All right. So let's take a look at her. Let's take a look at Linux Kitty. And guys, somebody said that women like men incarcerated because they can't hurt them. But yeah, they can. I think she's going to get really hurt by Zillow, people attacking her. She's going to probably lose her position because nobody's going to want to buy any of that. Thank you, Clark. Absolute bullshit. We're all for Deb. She's a victim in the case too, but absolute, yeah, right? Control, Jay, right? Even my own wife doesn't control me, guys. So no, nobody, you guys can't even pay me to give a narrative. I say what I want to say and how I want to say it. All right, so we'll make that clear. Smash the like button. All right. Now, this is Linux Kitty, guys. What in the frick? She looks like she's trying to be some emo goth freaking... And, guys, she looks nothing like Shanann. I have no idea who said that. But she says, know thyself. Cleveland, Ohio. She has 1,700 followers. Or she's following 928 followers. Now, look at her posts. It's just nonsense, right? December 26, 2013. Guys, that's when Chris Watts, I think it was Cece, right? The older one. That is the day, 2013. That's the year that one of his children were born. And she's talking about bombs and bullets, can't know hearts and dust. What? And then it goes back to April of 2019. She says the irrationality of what people say to confuse your own thought, to make you question yourself. Those who like to rule over others will not win. Well, lady, it seems like you're trying to rule over Chris Watts and steal the stage. All right. But you're stronger than they know, smarter than they give you credit for. And despite circumstance, you rise. And yes, free will is hers. And boy, is she choosing the wrong thing. Right. And on and on and on. 2019, life's unexpected turns. Take it one day at a time. Time is so very fleeting. Then why in the hell are you trying to marry Chris Watts? Right? Every day is a new day. It looks like she's talking to herself here, to be honest. Right? There she is again. Just the two of her. Oh, well. There she is. Just herself and herself and no one. That's crazy. I'm not going to read her nonsense, but it looks like she's talking to herself. All right, let's go to the woman that brought us onto this case, and then we'll get to the article that she's referring to. All right, take a look. This is Miss Lisa Johnson. This was posted yesterday as a follow-up to Chris Watts and Lizzie Watts' new relationship. Let's go.
News outlet out there. All the new pictures of you that you're seeing, everything about the girl literally was talked about with me before it aired. That's because I saw them. I saw Lizzie I was the one that told the Daily Mail that Chris Watts has a new girlfriend. And it's all over every single news outlet out there. All the new pictures of you that you're seeing, everything about the girl literally was talked about with me before it aired. That's because I saw them. I saw Lizzie and Chris in the visiting room at Dodge Correctional Institution in Wisconsin. When I was in the visiting room with them, I made a whole video about this. There's people that are denying it. There's people that told me I was so crazy and that did not happen. I'm making up stories. I did it for clout and all these things. No, I was sharing information with the world that they wanted to know. And I don't believe that Watts deserves privacy. I really don't. So I told people when I made the video about it, Daily Mail reached out to me and they were like, can we do an interview with you? I'm on their podcast. I'm in the article. If you read down, in the article, there's a picture of me in there. I met the people from the Daily Mail.
And guys, we are going to do that. We are getting into that. I'm leading you into that with this. All right. So, thank you guys. Hit the like button if you like how I present true crime and the time that I put into it to research for y'all, because believe me, it's a lot of research and time to put an episode together like this, where it's going in chronological order and telling the story correctly. All right. So if you like the way I do it, hit the like button for me. Get a membership, gift one, goes up.
The person that wrote it, her name was Ruth, and the photographer, his name was Nate. I met them. They took my picture. They came to my hometown. The pictures of Lizzie at the supermarket were done the same day that they took the picture of me. We talked and we had a great time. They are great people. The story is real. I personally don't believe that they're married, but if you can, it's public record that Lizzie changed her name from Henderson to Watts. It's confidential public record, but it literally says confidential.
Well, guys, some people, you're going to see articles that say Chris Watt got married or is married. They're not married yet. They applied to be married, and she changed her last name to reflect his so that it can be Chris and Lizzie Watts. All right. Thank you, Lucky. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I love our mods. Rocco, remember Stephen Avery from Netflix? Yep. These women don't love them. They do it for fame, opportunities, for projects. That's why. Yeah, there's some psychological aspects to that as well that we'll get into. Jay, I simply adore you. And the way you give us the scoop is just so damn good. Thank you for all your hard work. Well, thank you. You're welcome. Appreciate that. I really do. It means a lot.
Confidential record, name change, confidential, it's sealed. But if you look up Lizzie Watts, it'll tell you it's confidential. If you look up Lizzie Henderson, it pops up that there's a confidential name change. So, put it together in the city that she lives in. I did share that story, and that's why I'm in the article. And I know you have to pay to see the article. I have all of the screenshots.
You guys don't have to pay to see the article. I got it.
I'm definitely in there, and it's definitely true that they're at least dating. She changed her name, and she bought herself a ring that she's wearing. That's also true. It's not a marriage thing.
I got that article, my friends. We're going over that next, but this is crazy, and I'm so glad to be able to find the girl or the woman that gave the article to Daily Mail and then connect all this. I love it. It brings me joy to bring this information to you guys, and also pray for the family that this doesn't get too out of hand to where it's re-victimizing them, because Shanann's family, they are the victims.
I'm pretty sure that was denied. Pretty sure that info can be confirmed at Vital Records, but I'm not participating in that. But they're for sure dating. She goes by Lizzie Watts, and that's confirmed by multiple family members that talked to the Daily Mail. She talked to the Daily Mail herself. The pictures that are floating around, I participated in that. So that story is real.
The story's real. It came from her mouth. Where's Deb? Deb, are you in here? I gotta say shout out to you. You might want to lay low for a little bit, because when the story hits the news about Stephen Stern and his new girlfriend, I'm not covering it, but other people will. All right. I don't care. I don't even want to talk about that. I'll stay away from that, but I'm telling you, it's gonna come. It's gonna get real, and people aren't gonna like it. All right. So let's take a look at that article that y'all don't have to pay for, that I already paid for, and we're not going off the back of plunder. He just decides to throw him in a gutter and go buy another one, just disposing that beautiful family. I agree, Christina. Right? Desperate morons. I love you guys. You're amazing. Hey, this is not California. This is Wisconsin, but I don't know about California. Does anyone else know about California? Wisconsin, there's absolutely no conjugal visits. Hey, Midnight Lace. Chris Watts is getting married. Let's get into it. You got here perfect timing. And Doris, good to see you. Deb, my girl. And you know, Deb, that all those messages are being FOIA'd and they're going to be out real soon. Stefan sent a pretty long message to me about his new girlfriend and whatever. And I said, I'm not covering that, but I just want to let you know it's going to be out soon. All right, Deb, just so you know, just duck and cover, right? Oh my God, Nicole Kessinger. We're going to get into how she feels. We don't really care how she feels, but we're going to take a look at her role in this and how big of a part she actually played. Okay, guys, here is today's August 13th. I've done everything up till August 13th, but this article came out on August 10th. All right, and y'all don't have to pay for it because I did. Family Annihilator, Chris Watts, secret prison marriage, photos of smitten new wife, Lizzie Watts, sick, lustful acts on anniversary of murders, and her extraordinary insult. Guys, today is the 8-year anniversary of the death of Chris Watts' family, okay? Shanann, Cece, Bella, and Nico. All right? I love it. Yes. Skanky empanada. That is what we call Nicole Kessinger. Yeah, of course. That's my whole thing. Of course, when someone's in prison, they're not going to be looking for a girlfriend. They can't reach out. They can't sit there through pictures and swipe right. I don't either. But Deb, we are delving into that today. Why so many women want to date men that commit the most heinous crimes. All right. So I'm just giving you a heads up. That shit's going to come out fast. And I don't want you to get caught up in that. All right. Right. Yes, and yes. Yes, Foxy. Yes. We're going to say that because I've been very nice about allegedly unimportant and the trash that I've been hearing about myself. All right, but that's beside the point.